when it's just you, well, times can be tough. When there's no one there to catch or fall, 3 foot tall, like you're 3 foot tall, 3 foot tall.
The sound you just heard was the sound of the loading screen. Nevertheless, what's up YouTube? CJ Strand with a brand new video, and today we're going to talk about a Valentine's Day story. And I apologize for that. I said I was going to do it on Valentine's Day last year. A couple of days ago before Valentine's Day, I said I was going to have one up, and I didn't. So, I'm late. I'm sorry. But I'm here now, and that's what's important. So now what we're going to talk about is another Valentine's Day story, and this one is a bit different from the last one. Actually, it's a lot different because they knew what was going to happen. I was afraid of the results of what was going to happen. They knew, they were completely aware that I was going to give them something. But, you know. Actually, I'll give you guys a double story time since I'm late. So we're going to start in chronological order. We're going to start from 8th grade. So in 8th grade, there was this girl. Attractive to me, not really to anyone else. Like, I mean, you know, let's just say she had a nice butt, okay? She was nice down in the lower area, you know what I mean? But everyone else, they just like, no. She was a really nice girl. She's nice to me, really friendly, cool girl. But I wanted to go out with her, so I was like, man, I mean, she doesn't like me, but how am I gonna get her to go out with me? What can I do? Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, so me and my friend had this plan. Me and my friend, we'll call him Good Guy. So Good Guy, and I call him Good. I'm just gonna call him that. You know, that's actually pretty stupid. Nope. We're gonna call him Foxhawk. There you go, Foxhawk, because that's the kind of haircut he had. So he was gonna do his thing with his girl, and I was gonna do my thing with my girl. So he got his girl flowers, and he was a little bit timid, a little bit scared, but he did it. Me, on the other hand, I was absolutely terrified of what was gonna happen. What was the worst that could possibly happen? I wasn't thinking about. I was just thinking about, here's a gift, and then she hates it. That's not what I want to do. I don't want, because I gave her chocolates. In my head, I was like, crap. You know, like, does this make it seem like she's fat? Because I don't know. I was panicking for nothing, guys. Okay, panicking for absolutely no reason. So I go to class is about to end. I haven't seen her all day. I haven't seen her at lunch, and I don't have any class periods with her, so there's no way for me to encounter her before the end of the day. So I'm in the car rider zone. I have to walk to the library where I go and play basketball with my friends alongside Foxhawk. So Foxhawk's like, hey, did you do it? I'm like, no. He's like, he just gives me the look of just like, really? Really? You didn't do it. So he pushes me outside because she's there. And I'm like sitting on my stairs. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm so afraid. So I'm like, okay, let's go for it. Just do it. And I wasn't dressed nicely. I dressed the way I was comfortable with. I was dressed the way I liked it. I wore a white shirt, a white Nike shirt, black cargo shorts, and Nike shoes. I wasn't wearing anything super special. I was just wearing what I normally wear. So I go in. She's right there. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. So her friend sees me, and she tells. And the worst thing, this is what sucks. It's like you're playing a game in GTA. You're in a mission, and you get spotted, and then they tell their friend. And you're just like, oh shit. So I step up. Her friend steps back, listening, smiling away, looking like she's about to burst out laughing at me with my foolishness. And I'm like, I got you chocolates. She's like, why? I was like, she didn't say that. She just kind of gave it a look. Just like, I don't get it. Like, why'd you get me chocolates? Like, it was Valentine's Day, but I needed to say that. I needed to establish that was why I was giving it to her. So I said, will you be my Valentine? Lovey-dovey, da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, whatever. And she doesn't give me anything. I didn't get crap. I gave it to her. She was really happy. She said thank you. She smiled. And I didn't know what to do to follow up. So I said, I'll see you later. And I walked away. If that's a face palm, maybe it was. I don't know. I was just going for it. So on to our next story. So this one is in 10th grade. So this is 10th grade. And this one is going to involve, of course, none other than the infamous Emily. Yes, she's there. She's in this dream. So, or in that dream, in this story. So, I'm going to, I come to school with a bear, and I think I had candy. I think I just had the bear. I did just have the bear, yeah. So, I come with a bear in a bag. And I wanted to give it to her, but I knew the circumstances and knew that I probably shouldn't have given it to her. But I was going to give it to her anyway, you know? It was one of those things where it's just like, you know, it'd be a nice thing to do. It's a friendly thing to do. What could go wrong? And I tell her beforehand. No, I don't tell her. I tell her sister first. I say, now, I know your sister, who she is. I understand, okay? But should I give her this bear? And she looks at me, and she says, if I were you, I would give it to her anyway. And I was like, okay, all right, take your word for it. So the year before, I gave a gift to another girl, and everyone thought that's what it was for. It's the same girl again, and it wasn't. It's for Emily. So I'm texting her in my economic class, not economic, world history class, and I'm like, okay, let's see if I can get her to respond. She responds. I have a number. I lost it. I forgot it. She's not going to give it back to me, I don't think. I asked for it and she didn't respond. So I don't think I'm ever going to get it. Nevertheless, what happened? What happened? I text her and she's like, oh, you didn't, did you? And I was like, yep, I got you something. And she's like, I told you not to. Why did you get me anything? I don't understand. And I'm like, listen, just wait for me after school and I'll give it to you. And she's like, and I didn't even ask her where her class was, because I knew I was on my grind. I was on my shit, man. I was ready to go. I knew what was up. I knew the deal and I was ready to go. So I go up to her. I'm in gym, sitting there sweating bullets, because it seemed like everything was about to go wrong, right? But you gotta learn something from CJ here. This is what you gotta learn from CJ. It won't go wrong until you try it, okay? Okay? And now, on paper, that sounds terrible. But what I mean by that is if you don't try something at all, you'll never know the results. So I was like, that's a good mindset to have. Let me just go and do it. So I walk up. I'm walking slow. I walk past the classroom she's in and realize I did. Turn back around, go back, and I like wave and have my bag. And I walk up to her, and she's just like smiling, blushing. But I don't think she was. I think she was happy that I got her something, but she wasn't happy that I got her something at the same time. She didn't want me to give her anything, basically. And I gave it to her. I said, fuck it. I'm going to give this to you. You're going to take it. Okay? You're going to take it. It was like rape. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I gave it to her. So terrible. I gave it to her. And she hugged me. And that's all I got for that. And I'm saying, like, that's all I forgot for that. But that's not, like, that's good enough for me, right? I was happy with that. I was satisfied. And she seemed pretty happy. And I didn't know what else to do. And one of her friends wanted to talk to her. So I freaking bailed to avoid any pressure, because I was already nervous as hell and I didn't want any more. So I just left. I bailed. I went to my bus. I was happy. It was like, it's one of those things where, like, you kind of have to do it now that you put your mind to it, but you're afraid of the results. By the way, those grunts that you hear, I got bored and I started making Michael repeatedly climb on a bar over and over. Sounds like he's taking this shit. Sounds like he's taking this shit in a haystack. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I really have for you. In the meantime, goodbye. 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 Goodbye.